What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Wow. Oh, this wonderful Saturday. Saturday is an incredible day because first and foremost, I'm off and I'll just get right into this video. I had saw a tweet that Scotty by Nature put on Twitter, and I want to read that tweet because this just came, I just saw it and I said, hey, I want to talk about this on the show. And I didn't want to hit up Scotty by Nature and tell him that I was going to talk about this because I didn't want him to talk me out of it or tell me not to do it or something. So I said, I just go ahead on and post it on my show here and talk about it. So give me a quick second while I pull up the tweet that he wrote. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to pull up the tweet here, the show that is actually live. So give me a quick second here to pull it out and to show that this tweet is actually live here. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is the tweet that I definitely want to read. This was actually on June 29th, and I definitely want to read that tweet. So let me screen share here and show y'all this actual tweet. Okay, so give me a second. Let me screen share and show y'all this actual tweet here. All right, we are live. Make sure y'all share this live everywhere. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Give me a quick second here. But let's get right into it. So this particular tweet that I want to dive into said, I don't get why people try to shade those of us that still clock into work. Okay. Yes, I am a content creator, and yes, I made a decent amount of money doing it. But baby, Kroger provides insurance, a 401k, and I have a life insurance plan. Hate the job, but I'm grateful for my benefits. That is what Desolate said as well. So then a follow-up tweet that he wrote here that I want to get into. He said, my work check pays the bills and pays for my necessities, and the Google check helps me travel bloop. And then it was another tweet because he said my teeth will be messed up if I did not have the insurance or something. I tried to find that tweet, but I saw that tweet. But I want to get that tweet in here because I want to add some commentary on this particular tweet here. Give me a quick second because I want to add some commentary on that way. So give me a quick second. I want to add some commentary on that in this particular way. Now, I first and foremost would like to say, and I agree and echo what Scotty by Nature is saying, because me working a job, I don't work full time. Sometimes I could do 40, sometimes I could do 20. It all depends on what I want to do. And since it's like a reversal, I can use Google to pay, you know what I'm saying? I can use Google to pay whatever trips or whatever, put saves away. But for me, I just wanted another stream of income. You don't have to worry about it. If you want some more bread, you go work a couple of shifts, and it's easy. Work a couple of assisted living shifts. It's really, really easy. And I think that a lot of people try to shade people that work a regular job is crazy because money is money. Money is money. And one thing that YouTube do not offer a healthcare plan. It do not offer a retirement plan. Now, you can get all of those plans by just putting money away. Let's be clear. Like if you work at a job, you can get your own healthcare plan and pay for it, right? You can get your own retirement plan and pay for it. You could use part of your income in stocks and bonds, stuff like that. But I only suggest that if you're making about $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And if you're not making $15,000 to $20,000 a month, then hey, you want to work a regular job, that is fine. I don't make about $15,000 to $20,000 a month. But if I want to travel more and not dip into my like Google check all the time, I could just go pick up and do a shift, work, but get a shift, make about 80 hours and use that to pay for my trip. Now Vegas is coming up. And I said, hey, I don't want to spend all my Google check for Vegas. Let me work a regular job and do it early and save up the checks and do that, all that type of stuff, and save up the checks and do that. And that's how they do that. Go back that way. Go back that way outside.
I can go wherever I can
Go.
No, I can go wherever I can go.
Go back out there and play.
No.
Anyway, I don't live here. Anyway. So yeah, so if I want to do the Vegas trip, I just have to save and do all that type of stuff. Okay, in the Vegas trip. And so that's what you have to do. And it's no issue and it's no problem. It's no problem at all. And it's no issue. And you do that and you say, hey, I want to save money up. And that's how you do it. Okay. You just got to keep it real. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you should quit your job. No, don't quit your job trying to have people to force you to quit your job. Don't do it. I've done it because I don't have a lot of responsibility. I said, hey, I want to do it. But I've noticed when I've done it, I said, oh, okay, it ain't enough like that. Okay, I can always go back. But I wasn't stupid enough. I've always gone ahead on and renewed my license because I said, hey, I can always pick up a couple of shifts. Now, I don't never want to work back at a nursing home full time. Never want to do it. The best I would do is assisted living. Don't even want to work in no hospital because I don't want to work no 12-hour shifts. Don't want to do it at all. I like an assisted living. I come there, do your med reminders. I do your laundry. I take you to the dining room. Maybe about 1 or 2 people I put to bed. I'm fine with it because I'm learning as 32 years old to work smart, not hard. Now, when I put the tweet out, I said, hey, I got to get the tax, get my income in order. Make sure all my taxes is in order so I can get a property. You know what I'm saying? Because I never want to be the type of person to pay $4,000 to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month and just renting out places. I want to be able to own and operate my own property, right? And so, because I've studied people that make money. I said, hey, I said, they paying a lot of money on, you know what I'm saying? They paying a lot of money on rent, and I didn't want to keep paying rent all my life. Like I paid my rent, it's under probably about $1,000 solid. That's it. That's gonna be this is my last year of paying rent. I want to be able to pay a mortgage. Now, with having a property, then it's other expenses. You got to make sure you put money away for your taxes. You got to make sure you put a savings away for if you got to get plumbing issues. If you have, any type of issues in your property, you are your landlord. So now you have to condition yourself to put some money away. Like each check, you put $150 in your account. You don't touch it. You put another account, your tax account for your taxes, and then you have all that deducted in because you are your landlord. And stuff like that. And I said, you put in that, your mind frame had to change. There ain't no, let me call the maintenance guy. You the maintenance guy. Okay. So you have to make sure you do that because that's my goals. And that's what I'm planning on doing because I don't want to rent anymore. And I've just been around people that own properties and investors and have a lot of investor friends. It's the money is, and you want to own generational wealth. It's about owning property, owning land. In order to be, that generational wealth. I can't have generational wealth. All I'm doing is renting. I can't leave an apartment that I'm renting down to my family. No, you can leave a property. You can leave a home down to your family, and that's generational wealth. You can use that to finesse, they use the word finesse, to leverage. I'm going to use the word leverage, to pay for your children college or your nieces and nephew college fund. You can use your home. So that's how you have to handle when it comes to that. So that's what I'm working towards. I don't want to continue. This will be the last year of me renting, putting at least. The next is going to be a mortgage. And that's why we work very hard on our credit. We learned that we're not going to be writing stuff off on our taxes, just writing everything off. No, because I want to prove that, hey, I'm not writing everything off. I can pay bills and all that type of stuff. I'm working with professionals. I'm not working with people that's online and they just leave all these different comments. No, I'm still working with people that own multiple properties, that do real estate. They live and breathe real estate. I have a real estate connection in Chicago, and I have a real estate connect in Dallas. So in two different markets. If I want to move to Texas, I got to connect in there. And I also got to connect in the Chicagoland area, not just in Chicago. They do the suburbs as well. So that's what I'm definitely saying. I got an eye on the property. I don't know if I want it or not. Everything is definitely together. I got a bank that can pretty much I can get it qualified for it, but I'm not gonna come to the table unless I have about about $10,000 in the bank for closing costs. I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to go and get a property and barely can make ends meet. So that's why I'm saving for massively saving. So that's why this last trip gonna be the last one. It's gonna be Vegas. That's it. No more trips, no more meet and greets. I'm focused on getting my own property and stuff like that. So there'll be no more meet and greet. The last time you'll probably see me outside is for the New York live show, and then I'll be able to tell people about my whole being a property owner. That'll be it. So that'll be the last thing. So if you want to come see me, go see me in Vegas. And then if you ain't coming to Vegas, the next time you'll probably see me is in 2024 for the New York. But for Scotty, I understand. I get it. But it's all about investment because I see so many of my counterparts, all they're doing with their income, a lot of them is renting. I don't want to do that. I looked at Michelle Jeylen, and one of the YouTubers that we all should look up to is what I call Michelle Jeylen Brown, because she showed us that I know that she owned properties, that she rent them out, and she do Airbnb and all of that type of stuff, because she said, I don't never want to work for somebody else. I want to work for myself. I want to be an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur. So that's one person that you always want to look up to, because I just don't want to just keep renting. Because what I've learned is that you spend 20 years in renting, you don't own that property. You actually help that person pay their mortgage. Like when you're paying rent and when they're increasing the rates, you're actually helping them paying their property taxes that's rising up. You actually helping them for they can leave something for their children, for their grandchildren, for their, for their generational wealth. And so that's why you have to understand, like, real estate is very powerful. You're not going to really find a wealthy person that don't have a real estate portfolio. You're not really going to find a wealthy person that don't have his or her hands in real estate. Whether it's commercial real estate, whether it's a personal real estate, you're not going to, even Oprah Winfrey, have a deep real estate portfolio. All right. So you're not going to find too many wealthy, rich people that don't have their hand in real estate. All right. You're not going to find too many people that don't have their hand in some real estate, own some properties. Right. So, you can't build any equity when you're renting. You just cannot build any equity when you're renting. I'm going to just be honest with you. You just definitely cannot build any equity renting. And so when Scotty wrote that tweet, make sure y'all go subscribe to him. I said, this is great, because a lot of people would make it seem like, oh, you still working, you're a failure. You're not a failure. Because the brother said, I have a retirement. Most YouTubers don't have a retirement. Some YouTubers don't even have a life insurance plan. I do. And I don't depend on my company because I don't keep jobs like that. I stretch to the nurse on child, please. So I keep my own policy. Paid. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to worry about it. You get your own health insurance policy. Pay it out of pocket. So you can do everything that your job is giving you. You can do it too. But if you've been in the company for about 10, 12 years, you already built up enough. You're building up your 401k. You're building up. You got, and you probably, and Scotty probably making a decent amount of money because of with the raises. So you leave when you feel comfortable of leaving. Don't make no scrub on the internet make you want to leave your job because they want you to know. Don't do that, because YouTube can end tomorrow. The rules can change, and the rules have changed. It was a time where we took a massive hit in the ad dollars. It just poof, just got really, really low. So that's why I always gonna keep my CNA, baby. I'm gonna be on there flipping, in there, you know what I'm saying, busting tables, cleaning people, showering people, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna always keep that because that's a guaranteed income. You're guaranteed to make money in healthcare. A guarantee. You're guaranteed to make money. And if I want to take that career further and say, hey, I want to be an administrator, go to school to be an administrator. Hey, if I want to be a nurse, you go to school to be an RN. And then you go to the hospital, they reimburse you for going to school. So it's many different things I can do, especially being a man. I can make a lot of money because I'm a man in healthcare. But I don't want to be a nurse. I just had a beautiful conversation with a sales rep at this assisted living facility that I was in. Beautiful lady. And she said, why don't you become? I said, I'm done with that. I don't see myself moving any further in healthcare unless I want to be, owner of an assisted. I want to be an owner. I want to be an owner. So, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather own. And when I come into this money, I will put my hand in assisted living facilities because everything that I want to do, I want to try to do it in my assisted living facilities. So I will put my hands and hire qualified people that is good in the business, that got the degree, and also hire people that they don't have the paper behind them, but they have the experience that I've worked with, some hardworking people that will work in my assisted living facility, making great money. So most definitely real estate and also owning and operating assisted living facilities and nursing home facilities, right? And different type of thing. I'll have my hand in that because it's generational wealth. Because one thing about it, people are going to get older, people are going to need care, and I'm going to put my hand in that business as well because it's a huge, gigantic demand for healthcare. So my investment will be in healthcare as well, real estate, healthcare, and also media. But when she was telling me, hey, you should be a RN, you should be a nurse, I'm like, no, man, I want to be an owner, right? So I can make the decisions of what's really going on here. So my facility would be great. Every idea that I have, I own and operate. I'm the owner, the founder, the CEO, a private company, because I don't want a board. I don't want to make my company go public. I don't want nobody. I want to be the owner. I don't want no board of directors to be telling me what to do that can fire me, let me go, and other stuff. No, I want to own it, have complete ownership of that business. So that's how I won't have my business going public. So when I saw him make that tweet, I said, this is a great conversation because it's a lot of YouTubers out here that are struggling, but they want to try. And some of them not really struggling. Their expenses are just crazy. They're just spending a lot of money, and then they have a bad month or a bad 6 months, and they're hurting. Because when your expenses is about $8,000 to $9,000 to $10,000 and you don't own nothing, you just renting, that's a problem. About $15,000 of expenses, you don't own nothing, not even your car. That's an issue and a problem. And then when you have a bad month or a bad 6 months, or you have a dry spell and the views drop and the ad dollars are you in a bind. Then you gotta hurry up and move. Then you gotta go somewhere else. Then you gotta move here because your expenses is just out of this world. The expenses, you gotta really look at your expenses. So when I look at it, I try to keep my expenses down as low as possible. That's why I didn't go and get a new apartment. It was a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment, really nice. It was about $3,500. I said, no, ma'am. I said, $3,500 US out? I said, no, ma'am. I said, I'm going to stay where I'm at. And I said, and all that. And then when I was looking at, if you get a mortgage and you look at the property taxes, you come out better owning in so many cases, instead of versus paying all that high rent and just own and everything like that. Like, come on. So that's why I said I just don't want to do that at all. I don't want to continue to rent, and that's why I try to keep my expenses down as low as possible. Because I said, $3,500. Wow. I'm like, no, absolutely not. Don't want to do that. It's some people that's not even paying. If you get a product for $250,000, just to say $250,000 or $300,000, You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do that investing than me keep paying rent. I'm just being honest. And I damn sure don't want to pay no rent, $7,000-8,000 in rent. Not a I understand if you're leasing out your business, you own a restaurant, that's your payment because you're right. But just renting out a place and you do that? No, sir, no, ma'am. I would come out better living in a better neighborhood, paying less and just owning property. Just owning property. So that's what I'm saying. I'd rather own than to be a renter. Like, honestly, that's why I'm really, really looking forward to. So when he put this tweet out, I said, that's a great tweet. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, you work at Krogers, oh, you at the grocery store. I don't give a darn because a lot of people don't know. You got a retirement plan. You're making money because of the raises. A lot of people say, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing this," but no, you got two incomes. You got a YouTube income that you can play with, and you got an income that you work in a job that you can actually, you know what I'm saying, pay all your bills. Now, honestly, what Scotty and other people have to understand, you got to put your foot down because when people know that you're making money, they're going to keep asking you for money. I had to stop that. Let me tell you, I get multiple cash out for family members. And you know what I do with those cash out requests? I block it. They are blocked. So they won't be able to send me nothing. They won't be able to send me nothing. No cash out requests, no nothing. I said I immediately just blocked them because I'm like, absolutely not. I had a family member that sent me a cash out request for $400, and I haven't talked to this family member in over 8 years. But then somehow they just found my cash out and sent me a request for $400, and I immediately blocked that person because we haven't talked in so many years. Even if we did talk, you and I have that at all because the answer would be no. The answer would be no. You're not. I'm not going to be out here just wasting money. Absolutely not. So the answer is no. So because family think, oh, you on YouTube, you got money. No. And if I did have money, I'm not giving to you. Absolutely not. You're not getting $1 from me. Absolutely not. And I told people that's close siblings, I said, y'all had them children. I'm going to tell it again. I'm going to say it again. Y'all had them children. They're not mine. I help when I feel like helping. I say, hey, I give $1. Oh, hey, I do that. And I stop doing that because you think that's a requirement for me to keep on doing that. So the answer would be no. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So it would be no. Like you had those children, okay? You had this. Oh no, I'm not babysitting. They outside with their grandparent. I'm not babysitting. I don't do that. Okay. The answer is no, because again, I have to keep on because then I'm looking forward to it. I'm about to really have a family. So I have to understand it's going, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already thinking about the long game and everything like that. Because everything is going up. The reason why rent is going up because property taxes is going up. It was my relative friend. She out in Chicago, and people's getting mad at her. You charge too much rent. Why are you charging 3 times the amount of the income for rent? Because that's the standard of the industry. Because those places that you think in the hood, those property taxes are going up. And so it's on the landlord to pay the property taxes. So who would fall back on? You, the renter. You got to pay that downfall. So of course they ask you for three times of the rent. Of course they ask you for that. They ask you for 3 times of your income. Got to be 3 times the rent. That's the standard of the industry. That's the standard. You know, even if you pay all that, like that's literally like the standard. So you got to pay literally 3 times of it. That's the standard, or you won't get that place. Honestly, you got to do an extensive background check, 3 times the amount of rent. Some places want you to do 2 months security deposit. Those are the things. You can't have no eviction. Some people want your credit score at a 650. No evictions, no repo, no. Some places don't even want you to have a bankruptcy. Honestly, and that's how they get to see who really is serious about affording this property. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of places are dealing with with people that are professionals and renting out apartments rather than your mom and pop place, because a lot of the mom and pops don't do that extensive research like a regular rental, like a regular leasing place. So that's why they get a lot of them squatters, because a lot of the leasing companies can spot fraudulent paperwork. So that's why they tell people when you try to rent out a property to get a leasing company to be in charge of it, the paperwork and all of that, and then you pay them a fee. You know what I'm saying? Then other than you and a mom and pop, especially if you don't have experience in renting out a place. So that's why it is definitely going up. In Chicago, that's going up. In the South Shore area and the Roseland area, we just was on a Zoom meeting with some developers, and they were telling us about how we should go on over to Roseland, get some property, because in the next 5 to 10 years, Roseland will be different. A lot of people looking at Roseland, oh my God, it's so dangerous, which it is. It's called a rush path. I got to get the politically correct word is what they call it. I'm going to call it wild and bad. But this particular lady that was on there said it was a rough patch. But what having that rush patch, they was laying down about the growth of this neighborhood that's going to happen in the next 10 years. So if you get in early and start owning some properties, by the time the growth in the next decade or so, you will have so much equity. Okay? It's going up over there. Yeah, so you would definitely see a lot of us are looking right now, but you're not looking a decade or 15 years from now. Yes. Okay. So that's how that goes when it comes to stuff like that. And let's just keep it all the way real. It says Florida, especially Tampa and Miami, is very a high excessive for rent. Houses prices are over 300% of the value. Yeah. And it's all on the renters. It's so bad in Florida that we were watching a video that there are literally 6 or 7 people staying in a 1-bedroom because they all got the rent. Let's say for instance, the rent is a couple of thousand, about $4,000 or $5,000 for a 2-bedroom. Let's just say for a 2-bedroom, let's say $5,500. So about 6 or 7 people are staying in a 2-bedroom. Do you hear what I'm saying? They are definitely doing that. They're definitely doing that. Some parts of Texas when I first moved there back in 2016, the rent was cheaper. But since all of the influx of Californians and New Yorkers and Chicagoans, all of these people influx Texas, they're booming and the value goes up. All of these properties going up and the rent is going up. You can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Texas in a decent area for $950, $908 something, not anymore. Now, unless you really get lucky, like I got lucky in a beautiful neighborhood for a 1-bedroom, paying about $950 because we got lucky, because it was a deal, because we just got in the market at the right time when it was doing a deal. But now those same apartments now, $1,250 for a 1-bedroom, and it's a very small. My apartment is very, very small, very small. You do that show, you just have room. That's it. Ain't no more space to put no couch. So, but it's like almost about the place that I just moved from before I moved to this apartment. Literally, they're going for a 1-bedroom. About we used to stay, me, Theo, and Jonathan. We used to stay in a townhouse, like a duplex. Like it had a upstairs with a room and a bathroom, and a downstairs with a kitchen, bathroom, and a room. It was like a 2-bedroom. It was really nice. And the upstairs had their own entry. That apartment was at $1,500. Now it's at $2,500. That duplex. So, and that's just a 2-bedroom. It's really nice. And I was going to go there and do it, but I said I'm not going to spend all of my money going there for that type of apartment. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to spend that much money doing that. Absolutely not. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay in this 1-bedroom, the small red 1-bedroom apartment. I got a bed in there, got a closet, got a kitchen where I could cook, and I got a little thing for my library books. That's it. But I am not going to waste all my money, all of it, on this high rent when I don't have to. So I'm just keeping it real on that. But for anybody that is working on working on that, they'll definitely be happening. Like, you got to be clear on that. Okay, I read about these homes, $1 they have liens, but still a good investment to flip. It's a good investment to flip. Absolutely. I didn't know if it was just my YouTube, but the thumbnail said it's an up and coming live. So yeah, so we are definitely live right now. Okay. All you got to do is click on the video because we are definitely live right now. Sometimes YouTube have glitches and stuff. That's why I tell y'all to share and thumbs up. They say, yes, the South rent isn't that bad, but I'm paying. Yeah, absolutely. Like the daycare is very expensive. And we have been advocating for that. But the problem is parents got to do a better job advocating for rent, advocating for daycare. Y'all got to be calling y'all state representatives. Y'all got to be putting boots on the ground. A lot of parents, you got to vote. You got to do all of that stuff. You got to participate. You got to Tamara, you close the door. You got to participate. You got to vote. You got to network. You got to tell your state representative, hey, and tell your people and city council, I'm not city council, and also the federal government to say you need some grants, you need some relief to help working parents. You have to. I was telling a guy he haven't voted and he got 2 sons, and one of them he can't even afford to put in daycare because it's so expensive. But I told him, he said, man, from now on, I'm going to vote, and he wrote a letter to his state representative, and he called him and he met with him. I said, that's good. That's the first step. And I said, bring more people on as well. Okay, bring more people there as well. That's how you get to change things. But you must let your representative know and bring more people and raise hell and make videos and make posts and knock on doors and post flyers. You got to be active in your community because Mothers Against something, it was Mothers Against, not Mothers Against Drug Driving. It's another group against mothers, and their sole purpose is to ban Black books, to ban people that want to talk about transgender with children, to ban drag queens for going to schools and reading books at the library. There's a whole group that's being funded by the million. They got over 750 chapters around the country. President Trump spoke at their event, as well as Ron DeSantis spoke at the event as well. Those white women, particularly white middle-class women, starting to get together and have their own organization because they don't do what some of us are conditioned to do, complain among ourselves. No, they got some investors. They got a motto. They believe in what they believe in, and they're doing it, even though they're calling it an extremist government group, an extremist group. But still, you cannot deny they had President Trump speaking at their event. They had Ron DeSantis speaking at the event. Why? Because they're putting in the work, and why? Because they're pulling their political muscle and also donating to causes and actually registering people to vote. So if you want change in your society, you must participate in the process and not participate on the sidelines. Okay? A lot of people say, why they don't teach you about credit? Well, how many Black mothers are demanding that their school board change the curriculum so you can teach about credit? How many Black mothers and fathers in the Black community are going to their state, going to their mayor, going to their governor, and going to their state representative and the state senator office and say, hey, you need to change the laws where they in public schools that they put in there to teach children by kindergarten about credit, all the way up to they graduate from high school. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when people say, well, they don't tell my child about that, but when the last time you went to a school board meeting? When the last time you suggested that at a school board meeting? When the last time you even attended a school board meeting? If you ever attended a school board meeting? When the last time you ever talked to your school principal about that, your child principal about that? So I'm just trying to keep it all the way real when it comes to stuff like that. Okay. Actually, I'm involved and right. So I'm just talking about people that complaining and not participating. All right. So let's move on from that. I just had to talk about that tweet because that tweet was actually on there. So we want to say shout out to Scotty by Nature. Okay. Now, Tyler Perry, y'all already know Josephine. I hope I said her name right. I believe this is Josephine on the picture here, and that's Tyler Perry. So we were covering this story first, and we put this story out on the YouTube because nobody was talking about it on YouTube like this, right? So we went on and saw this story, and we were covering it on our YouTube channel. And Tyler Perry is going to help the 93-year-old woman fighting to save her home. Tyler Perry wrote this tweet. He said, I've pretty much been a fighter all my life, said the 93-year-old Josephine Wright. Well, that makes two of us, Miss Wright. Tell me where to show up and what you need to help you fight. Tyler Perry is one of a kind man. The billionaire has promised to help a 93-year-old woman fight to keep her home. She lives in a home that's been in their family since the Civil War, but property developers want her out. According to the Daily Man, Josephine Wright, home in Hilton Head, Carolina, sits in the middle of an area being developed by Bailey Point Investment. They offered to buy her land, but she turned them down. They have since been on a mission to get her out, suing her, claiming parts of the property are on their land. I've been pretty much a fighter all my life, she said. It puzzled me at first, but then it got me angry. Tyler Perry heard about the woman on the local news and want to help her. Tyler wrote on Twitter, I've pretty much been a fighter all my life, the 93-year-old Josephine Wright. Well, that makes two of us, Miss Wright. Please tell me where to show up and what you need to help you fight. The house, this house means it's a home, place where I want to be at this age, Josephine Wright said. Josephine claims since her refusal to sell, her tires were slashed, trash has been thrown on her property, and a stake was hung from one of her windows. Bailey Point said Josephine is blocking their construction progress, and they have sued her, accusing her of having her porch on their land. And so I want to definitely say this, and I want to keep it all the way real. This is why with African Americans, when people say, y'all got to get it together, it's been multiple African Americans throughout history owning land. A lot of that land was stolen by government, laws and procedures by saying, hey, we're going to build a highway. And they took it by building a hospital. And they said, eminent domain, we're going to take it by force from weapons of mass destruction, destroying Black wealth, been stolen from Black people. So when people talk about owning, if Black America had the land that was stolen from them, let's use Black Wall Street as an example. We always use it, but it's multiple Black Wall Street that happen around the country. Let's use that example that their property was destroyed, and those owners owning hotels and funeral parlors and all schools, they all had insurance. Most of them had insurance policy protecting their property. But their property was destroyed, and the insurance company decided not to honor their policy. So they couldn't even get the capital to start over because the insurance company that's why today they're suing those insurance companies, because most of them are still surviving today because they decided to not honor those policies. And it was a Black man, forgot his name, that owned a hotel on Black Wall Street. And because it could have literally been a Hilton franchise, the Marriott, if he was able to keep it, it was a beautiful hotel that he owned on Black Wall Street. They destroyed his property. He tried his best to protect it with weapons. He tried to protect it, but he was overpowered by the white terrorists. And he went to the insurance company and fought all the way to court, and the court sided with the insurance company not to honor that property, not to honor that policy. And so he wasn't able to rebuild. And so this is what African Americans have been complaining about. So Josephine have been owning this land since the Civil War. Her family's been on since the Civil. They've been owning it since her family been owning it since the Civil War. They want to try to take it, and what they're trying to do is, she's an old Black woman. She's poor. She don't have resources like us. We this huge developer, so we're gonna bombard her with court. But what they fail to realize, Black people are waking up. They said, oh no, we're going to stand with her. Now she got a powerful billionaire like Tyler Perry with multiple resources that can protect her, and they're going to lay off of her because of the protection of his lawyers and his leadership, and also other lawyers and activists that is actually helping us. She's been paying her taxes on this land, and they're trying to nitpick everything to the point they're saying her porch comes within so many feet of our property. So they're trying their best to make sure that she don't own. They're trying to just take it because she refused to sell. So many African Americans say, hey, we're not going to fight. We're just going to give it up. They could afford and own it. Many people don't have the resource. I remember back in California, they gave the land back to the family for a beach area in California. And I guess the family couldn't do nothing to really develop it. And I think they leased it back or sold it back to the LA County or something like that. Because a lot of African Americans, number one, they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the resources to know how to leverage that property to make more money. So a lot of them don't know, because this is the first generation in a long time that are dealing with all of this wealth, and they bank on that, the lack of that education. That's why I didn't want to fall in that same okie doke. Right now, I'm already educating myself on multiple ways how to do it and how to make sure you are protected. So that's why you surround yourself with very smart people. So when I saw this story, I thank God that this 93-year-old woman is very competent, standing up and actually broadcasting it to the world. And the world is saying, no, this is wrong. We stand by her. And to see Tyler Perry standing by her side, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see. To see social media standing by her side is amazing, because we want to have property. And the reason why they want it, and they're not offering her what that land is really worth, they lowballed her. Now they probably want, now they lowballed her. So she said, no, I'm definitely going to sit here and keep this land. I want it in the family and all of that. And so that's why, when I seen Tyler Perry post, I said, this is good to have a billionaire, because Tyler Perry have a resume, and his character always speaks volumes to how he always standing up for Black people, especially people in his community. Because when those African Americans, senior citizens, they was going to lose their property because of taxes, because their taxes are going up because of the success and the growth of Tyler Perry Studios. He said, well, we're not going to have those people leaving the neighborhood. We're going to pay their taxes. In some cases, he paid it for the next 20 years. Okay? For the next 20 years. And yes, she told him no for years, and they just harassed him. But they thought, oh, this lady's stupid, but didn't know that the power of Black media and the power of Black people, period, that's standing up for something that's right. And this is why social media is so important, because we didn't have social media back in Black Wall Street, Twitter, Instagram, and all of those type of things. A lot of the history was hidden for decades. So now you can't just do that. People can go around and really fight and say, hey, this is really going on. So we're really going to fight this. Okay? I'm excited to be known. All right. All right, here we go. All right, thank you all so very much. Let me see. I won't make the Vegas trip. My work trip will be around the same time as Vegas. I can't be away from work that long. Okay. So much education untaught. That's why it's so important to educate yourself. Right now, we're reading a book. Right now, we're in the process of reading a book called America Apartheid, and Medical Apartheid. I'm sorry, about how medicine, meaning in the medical world, how they use to destroy Black bodies and study Black bodies. So we're in the process of reading that. But I love to hear these particular stories, and we want to thank the producers, because you all have been sending it to my video, and y'all have been sending it to me and saying, hey, you need to talk about this. And I appreciate that, because it do need to be echoed and talked about, other than talking about celebrity gossip. Even though I love it, because that keeps the lights on, that's why you're here. But why are you here? We still going to make sure that you learn something different and new when you come on the Wiley Show. Because even though y'all come here for X, Y, and Z, we want to make sure that y'all know her name, Josephine Wright. Say her name. Josephine Wright is her name. We want to say thank you to her for coming through, for sharing what she's saying. I love that, Josephine Wright. I love this story. And I was just looking on social media, paying attention. And Tyler Perry, let's be clear, since we talked about Tyler Perry secured another bag. He have a 4-picture deal with Amazon Studios. He have a 4-picture deal worth millions. And he said, this article that posted on Dayline, they said, love him or hate him, Tyler Perry keeps a lot of black actors and actresses employed across many networks. Amazon Studio will be the latest platform where Perry will put his mighty pen to work. They said, spotted on Dateline, Tyler Perry has inked a 4-picture deal with Amazon Studio, and his first project will be Black, White, and Blue. According to the website, Tyler Perry wrote the film and will direct it. The movie will follow Thela Blackburn, whose life comes crashing down after her husband dies at the hands of a police officer. Thela describes to get to the bottom of her husband's death, so she enlisted the help of Marilee Wells, a lawyer, and her husband, Tony Wells, a former cop turned private investigator, to seek out the truth by using their influence. As they uncover more of the truth, Thela quickly learned that her life was rooted in lies and betrayal. Yep, it definitely sounds like something Tyler Perry wrote. Dayline reports the cast will consist of Kate, and it's so many people that's going to be here. It's a long list of actors and actresses. And also, Tyler Perry already have a deal with Netflix and will have seen 3 films as a product of the union. And then they have the Jazzman Blues. They have the Medea, Homecoming, and Fall from Grace. And that drew 26 million viewers to Netflix in this first week. Prove that Tyler Perry is still a hit-making machine. Then also, he still have one more movie on the way with Netflix called The 688, which will follow the 688 Battalion, the only all-black female troop in World War II. Tyler Perry is also reportedly trying to purchase BT. We are still waiting to see how the power move plays out. And now let's be real clear here. Tyler Perry is making moves. And the reason why Tyler Perry is making these massive moves is because he writes, produce, and direct his own stuff. So while these people is protesting for the writers, he ain't got to worry about that. He's his own AI, okay? He writes his own stuff, okay? He writes his own stuff. So he's not hurt by the writer's strike. He ain't hurt by the writer's strike at all. And so when we saw the Jazzman Blues, that was one of his best films. Well, it's one of his best films to me is Family That Prays. But Jazzman Blues was good. It was a good film. And I was like, he really direct this? Like, he's showing people that I really can direct stuff. If you give me the budget, I can put a good film together. Okay? If you give me the budget, I could do a good film. He actually put a lot of black actors and actresses on, a lot of black actors on that really wasn't getting no jobs. They ain't paying no mind. You know the lady that played in the House of Pain, nobody would hire her. And he made her famous. She got millions of dollars. Just like the cast of what was the cast? He did that movie. He did the series of the Have and Have Nots. The lady that played the black maid, she was able to build a home from the ground up because of her checks with the Have and Have Nots. She was able to build a house from the ground up because of her check. Okay, even with Janet Jackson, nobody was paying her no mind. They weren't paying Janet Jackson no mind. She got blackballed in the industry. Well, then she got whiteballed in the industry, whiteballed. And a man with black balls reinvented her and made her popping again. Put her in movies. Why Did I Get Married? Introduced her back to the world. And now she's popping right now. So you can say what you want to say about Tyler Perry. The man is doing the work. And the people that's complaining about him, massive, it's a thing to give a critique constructive criticism. But you have a lot of haters that ain't putting together nothing. That can't even put together a successful family reunion other than a successful play. Okay? You can't even put together a family reunion. Okay? So he's doing really good. So we want to say congratulations to Tyler Perry for all your successes. And thank you for entertaining my family and myself for generations. Okay? For generations to come. Your stuff will live longer than you. And so his son is literally born in wealth. His son will never know what it means to be poor because of the sacrifices that his father have made. He will never know what it means to be poor because of the sacrifices. Okay? Because of the sacrifices. And even if he don't own BET, he still have a very lucrative deal because he have the shows to do for BET. He have all of these shows. Let's go right here. Let's go. Okay, so y'all saw this story. We posted this about Jeylen. We posted this. He is very popular with the low-income Black women, very low income. And so he decided to beat up a 65-year-old man. And we've posted the brother that is that way. He's very known in Dallas. He got exposed for being on the DL, and he just went viral. He got very popular in Dallas. His baby mama exposed him for being on the DL, and all of his fans are ghetto, low income, Section 8, baby mama, baby daddy drama, dirty feet. That is pretty much his audience. And when you look at the demographic, that's his audience. Very, very, very that way. Okay, he's very popular and he's also part of the community. So he decided to beat up a senior citizen, beat the man up. Now the man is fighting for his life, hooked up to tubes and everything, fighting for his life, having back-to-back seizures. And so we posted information. So now this is his mugshot, and now he is in a tower, the K Tower. He's in a mental illness. So now he's trying to play crazy in the Dallas County Jail. So we posted information out there, and if you all want to see and read the article for yourself, and you want to see the videos, doing very well. To the point that my producer was telling me, he said, we done broke some records. This post have gotten 80,000 impressions on WileyTheTroll.com. 80,000. 80,000 impressions. Okay? 80,000 impressions that this article have gotten. And so never have we had 80,000 like visitors on the Wiley Show. Never, ever have that happened. But this story have. And so I was shocked that this story have gotten more traction than my videos on YouTube. Than my videos on YouTube. Your phone is out here. It's out here, man. Yeah. Got more traction on YouTube. So, like, literally more traction. And we have been putting in the work. So that's talking about in visitors, and our visitors is over 75, 80,000. It's a lot of people that visit the site. And so it definitely have happened. So, of course, people are saying you spelled his name wrong. Well, according to the Dallas County Jail, that is how you spell his name, Jeylen. Okay, that's directly off the website on Dallas County Jail website. So that's how they spelling it. That's how it is. I think that he just changed his name up on Facebook, but this is how you spell his name according to the Dallas County Jail. So we're gonna go by the Dallas County Jail. Okay, from the Dallas County Jail. So, you know, we did really well, and it was incredible. And we just ran across the sea. When you do something, you just go, okay. So I had talked to the team, and we talked to the team. We had a meeting with them. We had an incredible meeting with them, and I said, okay, because I was shocked. I'm surprised. I said, what? I'm surprised. I was shocked. I'm like, what the world is going on here? Because I kept getting updates on this article, and then they just sharing it and sharing it and sharing it and sharing it and sharing. I said, well, this is something. Like I said, we're talking about a story that is not getting press from any of my competitors because he ain't no celebrity. Okay? But I said, we don't have to follow the competitors. I kept trying to tell people, I said, let's not follow. Let's scratch out following what they're doing. Let's create our own lane. Get suggestions, we can get inspired, but let's follow our own lane. And that's exactly what we're doing over there. And so we add in more people that on the team that could really, really get in because I have a vision. So now when I hire more, because I'm a celebrity, correct? Yes, absolutely. I got to hire people that got to be in tune with my, that got to be in tune with my vision. Okay. And I talk to anybody because I kept trying to tell my producers, I said, listen, I wouldn't probably, it'd be a while before I talk to a Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, but I talk to somebody else, all right, that can give me some clout as well. So I'm probably not going to always talk about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and all of them. I can still put their name in the title because they're more internationally known. But while you here, let me introduce you to somebody that you do not know. Because you're still going to read it because he beat up a 65-year-old man. He's on life support. It's still juicy. So you're still going to read it. And while you're reading it, you're still going to come to the Wiley Show. So it's different things that are working. And some of this stuff that we're learning because we talk to other mentors and just some of this crap, I can say crap. Some of the stuff we learned, we just did it by trial and error. Because we couldn't get no more subscribers. Like we was at a standstill. I was like, what's going on? And then one day, I would start doing some stuff, and I said, okay, it's working. I ain't going to share it. Well, I'm going to share it for you. These people ain't sharing nothing with me. I said, okay. I got to do this. And so that's what I did. And it takes a lot of work. It's not easy. Because if it was easy, Terry, Love Maria, Dream, Aaliyah TV, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. So it takes a lot of work and consistency to see it work. And so then you will see the growth of the Wiley Show. And I'm following my online. I knew for me, I was not into Real Housewives of Atlanta. Not into it. Don't care nothing about it. Unless Nene Leakes and Phaedra come back. They ain't coming back. I'm just not into it. So why do something that you're not into? It ain't gonna come out right. It's gonna come out boring because we could tell you ain't into this. So I had to find something that I'm into. I love dirty gay men. Broke. I love that. They're very talented and they are an underserved community. Dirty, broke, begging for money. Like dirty, broke. You're a little cooked. You know, you ain't a little clean. I love that. And that's why he get a lot of fans. I just love that energy. because it's underserved. It's an underserved community. Ain't nobody serving it. They don't care. But I like it. I'm entertained by it. Dirty, I just love it. Big and dirty, and I just love that energy. So I'm gonna just keep it real. It's underserved, and I love the underserved. I love it. And don't get me wrong, what he did to that old man was completely wrong. It was uncalled for. You could have easily, if you had your ID, you had your license, if you wasn't on probation, because you don't supposed to be on probation, driving without a license and all of that, that you can get in trouble for that. That's another charge. Driving without a license, driving without insurance. So that's why but you added on more trouble. You could have been like, okay, man, no problem with it. Just go your happy way. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sorry, man. Blah, blah, blah. But you start want to fight. You got more to lose. And if this old man died, then that's an elevated charge. Because in the article, you've been charged with aggravated assault with bodily injury. That can easily upgrade to a manslaughter. I'm not a lawyer. If he croak up out here and die. So you better pray while you playing crazy in Dallas County Jail that he don't die. You better pray he lives. And then the other woman that we talked to, she was trying to cuss me out. I said, ma'am, I said, do you want me to make you famous? Because we know so much tea about you, about child protective services, about how you treat your children, and about your baby daddy. Do you want me to make you famous? Because I can definitely do that. You're known in Dallas, but we can make you more known nationally of being an unfit mother. You're taking up for a man, but you have a lot to lose. You have those babies to lose. Okay? So with your little threats, one little phone call, those children will be going bye-bye to a beautiful white family. You have posted guns on camera, pipes, smoking pipes. The place is filthy. You waving weapons that you ain't registered. You around criminals, pipe smoking, and the kids all down there. One little phone call, the kids will go bye-bye. Because you're an unfit mother. And you're putting it all, and I told her, you're putting it all on Facebook. One phone call, email it to the worker. They send it all. They said, send me the video. They're going to send an email. You put it all there. You defending a man for what? I just don't understand it. Man, it just don't make no sense. Okay? Your kids gonna be going to a beautiful white. They love black children. They babies are a beautiful white family. So we'll take them and raise them and change their last name. So nobody know who I'm talking about. I don't know who I'm talking about. Because y'all got one little teeny little email. So I'm like, lady, you need to sit on down. This lady had the audacity to sit on there on her computer and defend Jeylen. So she went on her Facebook. And she went on Google. Oh, it is legal for two people to fight in Dallas. The people started dragging her for filth on Facebook. Then she tried to go live. She couldn't even get the live off the ground because they massive reported it. She had to fight through it because she wanted to be on that cussing, waving weapons. I said, ma'am, you can't do that. I'm saying to myself, you can't do that on Facebook. You can't be sitting there raving weapons. Then the baby's in that crying. You try and do all that cussing and your baby's crying. Like, girl, you got a lot to lose. And you just need to hush. You're not even in a strong economic status to be doing all this type of stuff. Make sure home is done well. You can't afford to have all these multiple entities when you breaking all these laws. All right. So, we'll talk about it on the website. That's how y'all should subscribe. And shout out to people that are subscribing to the website. Because when you subscribe, you see everything. Okay, sometimes I want to see some more good-looking black folks with money. There's a little drama and so like zoo. Yeah, so make sure y'all definitely, and we definitely will put it in there when it comes to stuff like that. And the thing about it is, y'all gotta understand, don't make the state's attorney office job easy. Y'all put everything on the internet. Y'all put everything on Facebook Live. You make it easy. So while we talk about dirty foot, people with dirty feet, let's talk about Jeremy Brown. Okay. Now, I first and foremost would like to say, see, the media, the Chicago media need to apologize because they was giving me the wrong information, making me look like a fool. They was giving me the wrong information and making me look like a fool. So they personally need to apologize. And if they write an apology for getting the story wrong, then I write an apology. If they ain't apologize, I'm not apologizing. But with that being said, if you don't know who this man that you're seeing on the screen here, he's at the Maxwell. He was at the Maxwell place, I believe, on Father's Day. He hit a woman. The woman's son got the weapon, got her weapon out the glove compartment, put it in his pocket, and he proceeded to shoot to Jeremy. Then he followed Jeremy outside and hit him, I believe, once or twice in the back, or hit him in the back. And he is deceased from his injuries, right? The story came out from mainstream media that mainstream media said the mother, Miss Hood, ordered her son to delete Jeremy. The mother ordered the son to delete Jeremy. Then they put out that the mother ordered the son to delete the girlfriend of Jeremy. That's what mainstream media put out. Then mainstream media put the story out, and a prosecutor of the Cook County State's Attorney's Office filed charges against the Mama Hood and the baby boy Hood. Okay? They were arrested. Mama had a bail. Her bail was set for $1 million. The son was there, went out. They said no bail. Okay? Black activists, they stood up, they run it. I came out with Lovely T. Lovely T came out, said the same thing Wiley said. The mother ghetto, she should be arrested, she should be locked up. You don't have your son to be an assassin. Lovely T said it, and she echoed what I said, and me and Lovely T echoed what mainstream media put out. All right. We reported on what mainstream media put out. Okay? I'm not apologizing until mainstream media apologize. If they apologize, then I will apologize. Why I got to do all that apology? They ain't apologizing. They got a bigger reach than I do. And when they make their apology, then I write me an apology. My team already got the apology typed up. When they write theirs, mine's will go public. We drag the mama and stuff like that. And the mama still get a little drag and stuff like that. Because why are you up there eating all that bad food at Maxwell Polish? Anyway, ain't nothing wrong with eating no Maxwell. It's good food over there. But we got to talk about the dirty feet. So, Mr. Jeremy Brown, he's gone. He's with the ancestors. So his family put on t-shirts The Knockout King. The Knockout King. Wait a minute. His family put on the casket a picture of him on the casket. They decided, well, we're going to take it further. We're going to put on the shirts the Knockout King. You can type in Jeremy the Knockout King Brown. And one of the members said, she started cussing. I can't play her video because it got music playing. So we'll put it all on the website. They're working on it now. She said, I don't give a F. Y'all making us famous. He is the Knockout King. I said what I said. So she was in there bragging. So I'm like, wait a minute. So he's gone. Now, the thing that Mama Hood should do, I will flee Chicago. I will leave and move to California, Alabama, Nebraska. I will just leave. I will not stay in Chicago. I will leave. And she is leaving. Haven't came out yet. They're in the process of she's moving out of Chicago. Many activists said they ain't gonna protect you. This is bad for your son. He just move out the city. Don't even move to the suburbs. Move out of the state. She don't want to do it, but her son want to do it. Nicki Minaj is offering to help. This have not came out. This is what the activists are putting out, that Nicki Minaj is helping the family to move out of Chicago. She's going to pay for college, and also she's going to help. Word on the curve, according to these activists, they're saying that Nicki Minaj is going to write a check to get them out of Chicago. She don't pretty much any press about it, but that's like word on the curve. And once stuff started coming out, that Nicki Minaj will be helping the family. And Nicki wasn't the only celebrity, but that's like the only one that is known that she's going to help Nicki. Nicki's going to help pay the family to move out of the city, move out of the state. So that's what we heard. Because I know, I can't tell you everybody I know, but I know people that have talked to the family that's connected. And so that's one of the curve to get her out of Chicago. And she at first she didn't want to do it, but she wanted to leave for her son. Her son want to leave now and move somewhere else. And which he should, because he's an honorable student. He needs to get out of this place and move. You know what I'm saying? I won't even stay in the city anymore. Like I love the city, and now I'm gonna eventually have kids soon. I'm not gonna move back to the city. So not to the city, but I will still be Illinois, because Illinois is a beautiful state. You just don't have to stay in Chicago. So you just don't have to stay in Chicago. Okay. I'm gonna just say it again, because people say you just don't have to stay in Chicago. Okay. Yes. They said, I will be having this family soon, and I won't be getting into all the details about that, because that's my business. When I'm ready to share it, I share it all. And so I'm going to be having family soon. So it's all about safety for my future. All right. They said she needs to go to, it's beautiful there. The people are nice. They said Nicki Minaj live in California. She never got knocked out or abused. But they're putting it out. Actually, they put it out on T-shirts and stuff like that. They're talking about this a lot in Chicago. This is like the talk of the town here. I can't do the inner city, not because they really popping everybody and running everybody over with cars yet. But I will be investing in the city. Most definitely. I just won't live there. Like my investment portfolio will be very heavy in inner cities. I just won't live there. Because I can. I probably would do it if it was by myself, but because I'm going to be having a family soon, I won't put them through that. Mm-mm. Nevertheless. Now, let's move on. Do y'all see that shirt? The Knockout King. That's some ghetto stuff. Ghetto stuff. They said it, the Knockout King. Okay. Give me a second here. Let me see what's there. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second here. They said it's messy and ghetto. I see apples that fall far from the tree. It have it, child. It have it. Ghetto family. And he was so happy that his mom. I mean, his son was so happy that Nicki is going to pay for his car. He was so happy. Like, Nicki's doing good. You know what I'm saying? That was really, really good. Oh, okay. We're going to talk about that tonight. Okay. They say you brag about you brag about trying to knock a woman out. They are ridiculous. This is why he's great, because he wanted to be a knockout king. He came from an Irish line of enablers. They could have kept that. He almost knocked himself off his feet swinging so hard. They must be on dope trying to hype up what he did to her. They said also, I would love to eventually is it look at them. I mean, they all look like yeah. So that's what they did, child. And so we definitely are going to keep y'all updated on this situation and everything. We got more court documents because we're going to get into the civil suit that Miss Hood have against the city in the state, because she actually suing. Let me see if I can. Wait, did I put it on here? I think I deleted it. She's actually suing the officers too. So we will break all that down once we get all the court documents. We will break that down. Okay, so we will move down that way. Okay, let's get back into some more topics. Okay. Okay, now Jonathan Majors, he got a lot of stuff that's going on right now. He's fighting something, but some more tea coming up. Child, I just don't know what to believe with this. This man have really just did some dirt. So according to the streets, let me see if I can find out this. So several women, because I got to take the notes. Some of must remain anonymous due to the NDAs they signed during their relationship with the actor, came forward with more allegations because he had them sign NDAs. They are also victims. Jonathan Majors has a history of violent behavior dating back to his graduate school career at Yale University. They're saying that Jonathan Majors' attorney sent 6 character witnesses to dispute the allegations. But out of the 6, 3 told the magazine anonymously that they never approved the statement and that they were pre-written without their consent. So they're saying the lawyer pre-written some stuff saying that Jonathan didn't beat us, but actually they did not write those statements. It was all lies. That he actually did beat those women up. Only one of the character witnesses offered to be identified as Haley Carter. They said, given that several of the character witnesses told reporters that the attorney falsified their statements, some choosing not to believe Carter's word either. They speak on childhood experience, but not a Majors adulthood experience. So they're saying word on the curve is that Jonathan Majors is trying to pay a victim to say, oh, he didn't beat me, and try to recant stuff. It's like backfiring. It is literally backfiring on Jonathan Majors. I want to see him get through this with the full in-depth of the law, get all the details, let him prove his point, And I'm not going to say he's guilty or not guilty until I see all of the court proceedings. And if the judge say he's guilty, then I will come out and say he's guilty. If the judge says he's not guilty, I will say he's not guilty. But if you ask me my personal feelings, what's my hunch is telling me? That he is a woman beater. I do believe he gets very angry. I sense that energy. And he just beat on the wrong woman. I just think he never became so famous, but now he became so famous. A lot of women will be like, okay, they ain't get paid. And I feel like a lot of women didn't get paid like they're supposed to get paid or they want to get paid. Now they're starting to talk. And I believe he just beat on the wrong woman. Okay? He just beat on the wrong woman. So, yes, his lawyer said the video of him not doing it, if that was true, they would have already put it out. Yeah, what they're trying to do is leak out information to change the narrative. But right now, he have not gotten his jobs back. We're going to see how the court put out. I do believe he will be found guilty for doing all this stuff. And also, shout out to Megan. Like, she tried to, make it good, tried to help him, but it's too late. And we will see. They saying that his accusers are getting locked up. We shall see. And I will keep y'all updated with that matter. Okay? We shall see. Do y'all believe? Okay, let me ask y'all really quickly. Press 1 if y'all believe he's guilty. Let me ask y'all really that. Press 1 in the chat if y'all believe he's guilty. Press 1. Press 2, he's innocent. Press 1 if you believe he's guilty. Press 2, he's innocent. Press 1 if you believe he's guilty. Press 2, he's innocent. Press 2, he's innocent. Press 1, you think he's guilty. Press 1, you think he's innocent. Press 2, he's guilty. Press 1, you think he's guilty. Press 2, he's innocent. Let me see what y'all are saying. Verse 1, you think he's innocent? Verse 2, he's guilty. All right. Okay. It's a split decision. All right. Okay, let's go ahead. Also, we posted a PSA. I thank you all so very much. That all the moderators that is here, that is moderating, if you want to continue to be a moderator, please send me an email and say, hey, you want to continue to do it. If you don't send an email, then I know the answer is no. So then we'll remove you. Because we making room for new people that want to mod that will be active in the chat. So yeah, if you want to continue to mod, then we'll have you. If not, then we add new people. We already have the new people that we want to add. We have 6 new people that we want to add. So before we add them, we are literally going to see if you still want to do it, because I don't want to have 50 mods if you're not 50 or not active. So if you want to continue to do it, you're going to be active, then send me an email. You say, hey, I'm going to be active, blah, blah, blah. Then, okay. But if not, if I don't get a response by July 4th, then I already know the answer is no. Then we remove you, and then we will add new people on that want to be active in the chat. So that's how that goes right then and there. They said, where's Blue Sky? Blue Skies is extreme. Me and Blue Skies, we're close friends in real life. Blue Skies is very, very busy. So some people that you don't see have very busy, more busy lives than they ever had. So they're just not able to be in a chat anymore. They can still watch me, but they're not able to be in a chat, meaning that they will watch me when I'm already done, because most of these people that y'all are naming work very busy lives during the day. They're extremely busy, and they watch me. They watch it, but they can't mod, if that makes sense. They're still viewers that just can't mod and be in a chat because they're very, very busy. Most of them are very. We have another one that owns their own business. The business is growing. We got another one. They just own their own business, closed on their own place. They're very, very busy. So, yeah, they're when I say they're extremely busy, they are extremely busy. And one, just had another. She's pretty much raising her grandbabies now, have full custody of her grandbabies now, so she don't have the time to do the chat anymore. I have another one just got married and expecting her first baby and graduated with her degree. She can't be in the chat. But these people that used to mod, they didn't have all that in their lives. But they're doing well. So we have to get a group of people that do have the time to do it. So now we're getting another group that do have the time to do it. This other group, they had the time. We're in a whole new season. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole new season. So a lot of them are booked and busy there. So now we get a whole new group. They got the tab. Okay? Yeah. So they're busy. So we're going to get a new group that actually is in the chat that will participate. You know? Yeah. But I'm still cool with all my mods in real life. Some I've met in real life. So we have a relationship. But they just can't commit because they're some are busy. Some about to get married, and some, one is already married for closer show. So these are some of the stories that I know. One that have a child, got a new job, and a flight attendant, and can't commit on child. So somebody asked me, what is the required to become a mod? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Number one, just a vibe, Jay. In the chat participating. That's it. In the chat that's participating. I don't tell people you can't mod for other channels, because if you mod for the Wiley Show, no other channel will welcome you. That literally just right then and there. Especially if I talk to you in the chat. Hey, what up, so you blah blah blah. The other channel, they're gonna unmod you and block you from all their social media, because they're gonna think that you giving me information about them, which is stupid because they don't. So if you mod for the Wiley Show, if you want to mod for other people, don't even try to mod here, because you won't be welcome at these other channels. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because they're gonna think you are sending me information about them. Okay? And you don't have to ask me. All you have to do is be active in the chat. Okay? All you got to do is be active in the chat. That's it. You don't have to keep on sending me it. Just be active, and I see it all. Just be active. Okay? Be active. If you hear 95% of the time, then you could be a mod. I'm not going to tell my people to be loyal because it's stupid. I don't just watch me. I watch everybody. Baby, I was watching the channel. She was telling you the thing about the sensitivity of about a woman's yoni, and she didn't use yoni. She used the P word. Then the type of channels I watch. She is a sex therapist, and she was breaking it down So I don't just watch in this genre of YouTube. I watch a whole lot of, when you see my homepage, you rarely see black YouTubers on there. You see a lot of that I say don't recommend because I already know what you're gonna talk about. So I try to get new ideas. Now, one black YouTuber I've been watching lately is Terry. The Terry Show. I'm sorry, the Terrell Show. I've been watching him lately. And Jason Lee. And I got some more stuff to talk about him later on tonight. I'll be watching his show. I love his show and his podcast. Yeah. But I see all that goes on. Because y'all gonna see, even the stuff that I forget, y'all gonna send it to me. And sometime before you send it to I hadn't already seen it, but keep sending it. Because sometimes I forget that and you remind me. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. So I had to make that. Give me a second. We got some more topics to talk about. Let's get into it. I just had to make that little quick announcement. Okay. We talked about Jeremy Brown. We talked about Jeylen. We talked about Tyler Perry. Let's get into Nicki Minaj and Flo Milli. I love Flo Milli music. One of the songs that I liked, and I know I'm late because I don't listen to a lot of female rap like that, but since she was in the title and in my timeline, I was listening to this song, of course, Nasty Dancer, but one of my favorite songs was Rodeo Remix and Conceited and In the Party and Beat Flow Mix. I was to that whole her top records. So I'm going into it. So the reason what made me go listen to her music is because they was talking about how Flo was just being nasty or being mean to Nicki Minaj. And they were saying that Nicki Minaj fans is mad that she did not name Nicki name when they said, who is your favorite hip hop artist? I think she named Beyonce, Lil Wayne, and somebody else she named. She did not name Nicki Minaj. Okay? So her fans was like, you fake. Why you didn't name her? You fake. You a B. She shouldn't work with you. You part of the ops. You didn't pass the vibe check, etc. So it was like literally this. She named Beyonce. She was literally naming Beyonce. And they got mad. Nicki will not always be named. Now, some of these female rappers should be dragged because they be asking them, who your top rappers? They 21. Queen Latifah. You weren't even born when she was out. So some of the women have been conditioned to not even name Nicki. Who you like? You 2021. Look him. Queen Latifah. And who was another one? They don't even name Nicki. So some of them have been conditioned not to name Nicki. Okay? I'm going to be real with you on that. But in this particular case, Flo probably didn't name Nicki because Nicki didn't do no record with her or ain't giving her no press. So that could be. Actually, that is it. Top hip hop, you know you're supposed to name it. You know you are inspired by Nicki Minaj. But you ain't naming it because y'all ain't doing no song together. Y'all haven't done no song. You want her to be your competition. You trying to hold out for the lotto or for the Cardi. But you done that. Who your favorite hip hop? Beyonce. Beyonce ain't no hip hop artist. Beyonce ain't no hip hop artist. Flo Milli, sit down with your foolish self. Sit down and take that wig out your head. Sit down, I'm gonna say some Beyonce with your stupid self. Stupid. Who your favorite hip hop artist? Beyonce. That's just like me saying, who your favorite gospel artist? 50 Cent. He ain't no gospel artist. Stupid. If I was there, I would have hit her with hit her with some flour. Ain't nowhere in the world you gonna go there, Beyonce. You know what you doing, Flo. And she did that so y'all could talk about her and get me to stream her music. She know what she doing. You know you don't the name Nicki, but you mad because she ain't been answering them emails for that record. Just watch when Nicki Minaj go live and crunch that ice. She said a lot of the women don't name me because the queen didn't answer that email. Because the queen did not answer the email. Ooh, what a. The way how she do it, okay? Just like Nicki Minaj just posted a tweet and delete, saying it's giving a toothache. She throwing out at Cardi B. This woman just tweeted on Twitter and deleted the tweet, it's giving a toothache. And she deleted. She know if I tweet something, it's automatically going to be screenshotted immediately. So the blog is going to pick it up. Do you hear what I'm saying? They're going to automatically pick it up. Because I can't stand that Cardi B is the #1 female rapper. Can't stand that. That this woman debut album still trending on Billboard. Then a lot of the artists is upset right now. They're shaking in their boots because Billboard, let's put up a Billboard. Billboard, they changed the rules. Starting yesterday or today, you can no longer, they will not count a stream if they're buying the records off the artist's website. That's going to affect all the rappers. Nicki, Cardi, all of them was doing it. Buying records off the website, and some of them was fraudulent because they're up there using fake Social Security credit cards, fake cash apps, and some of the artists, some of the labels was just pretending like people are buying it. There are very fake numbers sending it to Billboard, and it was fraudulent numbers. And so once they did an audit on them sales, it wasn't real. It was all fake. Nicki, Cardi, all of them was doing it. But I'm going to just name Nicki and Cardi. They was buying them records themselves. It was all fake. It wasn't real. Okay? Wasn't real. So Billboard was like, okay, starting now, y'all can't be doing that, buying it on the website because y'all mass buying it. Okay? So now you got to get it another way. They change the rules. And then you got Cardi fans calling out Nicki. I said, y'all both doing it. Both artists have been doing it. This ain't no alleged. Ooh, Wiley, you can't say that. They gonna sue. We're going to sue then. And the main thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring Billboard executives. I'm gonna bring Billboard executives on the stand and say, did y'all do an audit of them numbers and were them numbers real? Then I'm going to subpoena the emails of Billboard to see what was their correspondent. And I can guarantee you 1,000% ice cream and cake. Put it on the side, put it on the floor, throw it in the air and see where it lands. I can guarantee you that they find out that these numbers wasn't real. And then the barbs, they be in these meetings, they be on Zoom call, they be on Twitch, they be on all of these apps, and they be mass buying it. Then you had some YouTubers say, "I send you the money for you to buy it." Some of these people, I mean, it was just, it was weird. A lot of stuff. And then when they go on tour, they really can't sell tours because most of the people can't buy them real movie tickets. I mean, them concert tickets. They suffering in tour dates. That's why a lot of them don't go on tour because it's easy to manipulate streaming numbers, but it's hard to put butts in the seats. That's when we know who really the queen. Let me change it. I said a couple of months ago we could tell by the Twitter who can sell the most record. I changed that. I want to see who gonna gross the most money in the tour. I want to see who's gonna be having a theater club tour or arenas. Let's see how many butts can you put in the seat. Not you doing Power 105 or Summer Jam. No, you as the headliner. Let me see how many asses you can put in the seat. Then we can see, is you really the queen? How many butts you can put in the seat? Okay? Because Taylor Swift, she was such a boss. Baby, what do they call the Taylor Swift fan? The Taylor Swifts? The hotel occupancy in downtown broke a record. Almost, it was 100% all rooms booked for Taylor Swift concert. It helped the economy in Chicago by the millions for Taylor Swift. Let's see if Nicki have a concert in Chicago with them hotels be sold out. Let's see if Cardi, if she have a concert in that same arena with Taylor Swift, will it sell out? Let's see. Then we can see who the queen. And I love me some Taylor Swift. That's when you know how powerful you are. They doing all that talking. None of them are going on no tour. None of them went on a tour recent. Last time Nicki went on tour, she had to cancel. When nobody banned them tickets. And Cardi was an excuse. I'm pregnant. He cheating. I'm pregnant again. She getting pregnant on purpose just not to go on tour. Because that will show me how good of a queen you are. Let's see how strong Barty game. Most of them ain't got that disposable income like that. Yeah, you can scramble up 4 quarters, but can you scramble up a $80, $90, $100 ticket plus hotel, plus a rental? No. Let's see. Put it up on the bill. Put a concert together. Let's see who sell out. Then we can see who the queen. Let's see. Put a concert. Let's see if you can put it on the floor. Let's see if people putting their feet on the floor, sitting there listening to you rap. Now, who would I go? I'm going to go to both of their concerts. I'm going to go to Nicki's. I'm going to go to Cardi. I'm going to save my money up now because I want a front row seat. Now, who I think will outsell, it depends. Because Anita Baker is selling out arenas. But that's Anita Baker. Okay? That's Anita Baker. But let's see if those artists will be able to sell out. Okay? We shall see. Both of them really ain't got new albums. They both will be from old music. All right, let's see. Okay. That's how we can tell who really the queen. Let's see who's going to sell out. A lot of YouTubers, they don't have meet and greets. Because one YouTuber said, I don't want a meet and greet unless thousands of people show up. It's easy for me to sit. This is how you can tell you how much support, if you got people with income, really income, it's easy to watch on YouTube because that's free. Put on your phone, sit up in there, be in your bonnet, get ate out, smoke you a blunt, smoke you up some little powder, and watch the Wiley show, okay? But when they put together a meet and greet, a live taping event where you gotta pay hotel and all that, they don't want to be embarrassed. One YouTuber just admitted, I had some in New York, y'all didn't show up. They think they better to sit down with 3 people, 4 people. Y'all blessed. None of these YouTubers y'all defending, they don't sit down and sit with y'all at no gun rate. They ain't gonna do it. They think they better than that. With 2 people showing up at a gun rate, they wouldn't even show up. I ain't showing up there. Nope. 2 people, I ain't showing up. Because they think they better. But we would do it. When we was at West Clucking, we had it was 6 of us? None of them don't comment in the chat. And that's what I knew. I said, none of the people that was at West Clucking, the rest went in Plano, was commenting in the chat. None of them. Not the woman that came for her daughter from Fort Worth. Not the other woman that came and got a beautiful boy, beautiful. Not the other one that came all the way out from Arizona, came to Dallas. They ain't in the chat. They ain't no moderator. They ain't in no chat. I would come for one person, but it ain't too many YouTubers that would do that. They ain't coming unless it's 10,000. They ain't coming nowhere. They ain't coming unless it's 10,000. But I would do it. Like Vegas, I'm already planning of it. It may not be a lot of people, but I'm going to make sure I have a good time because it's Vegas. I didn't choose a place like Chicago. I choose a place that if don't nobody come, I can have a fun time, even though it will be some people coming because people live in Vegas. So I'm just saying. But I made sure that I pick a place that I can have fun. And I always say is, whoever come, we're going to have a good time. Whoever come to this place, we going to have a good time. Whoever come. Whoever come, 1 or 2 or 3 people, whoever come, we going to have a ball. Because I'm thinking long term. Because if you keep doing it, you grow up with me, then anything that I put together, you gonna watch it. Because you was there when it was 3 or 4 people. We become a family. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna turn up. That's when you know how real support you have. And we meet people. That's why I told the team, I said, we're going to have our first live show in New York City. Because New York City, you got to understand the demographic-wise, is on the East Coast. Meaning you got the Baltimore, you got Virginia, you got DC, you got that market that will come. Most of the viewers is on that East Coast. That's the first one. Then we have a second one, then we will go south. But this first one, gonna be in New York. Okay? Literally. And so for me, I don't want to wait on the Jason Lee or anybody else that's big. I don't want to wait for that because you'll be waiting. Why wait? And you got people that love you today. I'm not waiting to get an invite to a Nicki and a Cardi. You'll be waiting till Jesus come back. When he come back, you still ain't got an invitation with Nicki and Cardi. So it's better to do what you have and be grateful of what you have and meet the people that watch you. Yeah, I'm gonna sit in. I said, hey, I'm gonna sit in this restaurant. We sat in that restaurant. It was about 6 or 7 of us. Sat in the restaurant. It was hours, and it was black owned. The lady was so happy. Angie was so happy. Then when we had a viewer that went back to Dallas, met my friend, sister, she's a friend too, and they went to West Clucking in Plano. So that's more business for the business because I went there and talked about it. That's an influencer. Then we had a viewer that couldn't make it to West Clucking. They saw us outside because they had their daughter, went back the next day to buy some chicken. Do you hear that? Went back to bought some chicken. Because I'm always going to support black. When it's necessary, when I can do it, I can support it. Do I support everything? But it's impossible to support everything. It's impossible to support everything black. Some stuff black people ain't in the industry to support. So that's how we do over here. And I don't mind meeting 2 or 3 people, 4 people. Don't mind it. Because when I look at it, you got in your car, you put gas in your car, you got an oil change to see me, you rent a car, you got a hotel, you did all these type of things. I look at that. That's a blessing. Had somebody come from Houston to Dallas and got a hotel. Was beautiful. And I introduced them to another person. I got more people to introduce people to. Got another friend, he's married, but his wife said, yo, people look too good, he can't go. I had another friend I was going to introduce y'all at when we went out at West Clark the first time. We went out to the thing, but his wife told him he couldn't come. She saw a good-looking woman that picture. She said, you ain't going nowhere. He couldn't come. So one of my friends couldn't come. Okay. But he literally couldn't come. A lot of people. He's a good-looking guy. You'll be all up in his face. It'll be his show. Okay? So when we meet our people, be happy for those people. That's when you know you really have support, because people have to, and that's why my support is different, because I'm actually meeting the people. It's a difference. Wiley said that he meet the people, he touched the people. Some people that don't meet, but we meet them. We have these conversations. We sat and we meet the people and have these conversations. But Billboard, they got it right. Change the rules. They own it. They can change the rules. What y'all mad about? Go on and troll them. And really, Billboard ain't really that real anyway. Because most of the artists put on that list who making the most gross income off their record. And it won't be no Nicki and Cardi up there. They won't be nowhere near that list. How much gross they make it on the Billboard. How much money they make it. How much money? How much growth are you making? Because Taylor Swift showing you she got impact. Sold out. Hotels booked. And them expenses, them tickets wasn't cheap. And her fans ain't that crazy like Nicki Minaj and Cardi, because they actually spending money. While y'all out there arguing on Twitter and Facebook, they supporting their artists by the thousands. They ain't arguing. Who the queen? B, you ain't the queen. You know, they spend money buying hotel room while y'all arguing, and then your artists go there and you ain't got no money to support them. They got to cancel their tour. We got to cancel. It ain't selling. We got to cancel. Like, look, Dirt, his fans don't sit there doing an argument. They support. He was at the United Center. He was going to be back at the United Center. They sit there arguing. The Dirt friend, little Dirt friend, Dirt fans. Put dirt emojis. Dirt bike emojis. I don't even know what he called his fan. I don't know if he give him a nickname. But when he have a concert, it sell out. A tour, sell out. When the last time you see Nicki on a world tour? Cardi never had a world tour. She do all that talking. Sit down. Shut up. You argue with Tasha and even have no world. Get out the way. Okay. So let's go to this topic. Let's take Billboard down. Thank you, Billboard. Now let's talk about Cardi B and Milagro Gramz. And I have to be all the way real with Cardi B and Milagro Gramz. And I just want to be real with them. Because Milagro Gramz and Cardi B is what I call two of the best entertainers ever on the planet Earth. Both of these women are entertaining. Milagro Gramz literally got dragged by Cardi B lawyer because they demanded that she take down a clip of Cardi B's song with a rapper out of Chicago. And they sent a demand letter, and they sent it to another rap alert. They actually took it down on somebody's Twitter and just took it down because it was copyright material. It came out before it was supposed to come out. And somehow it came to Milagro Gramz, and Milagro Gramz was able. They said, "You got to take this down." They sent a demand on it, and so she took it down. And so But the thing about Milagro Gramz, she's getting clippings and stuff like that and all that. That's why Riley don't like her, because we heard Word on the Curve that Rod got mad at Milagro because Milagro started to start her own blog. And Riley told her to take it down. Like, why are you trying to do a blog when you're trying to infiltrate my space? And Milagro was like, no, this is not really a blog. She was trying to dumb it down. But Riley kept sending her screenshots of people saying, oh, this blog is better than On-Site. The Mob is better than On-Site. So she was pretty much trying to tell her that you're trying to copy what I'm doing and infiltrating my space, and people are coming on here and doing that. You need to take this down. Okay? So she refused to take it down. And they just fell out. And I've always wanted to know, like, why did they fall out? Like, what's the issue of them fall out? Like, I'm not understanding it at all. Like, what is the issue? Like, falling out, having this conversation, falling out, doing all this. Like, what is the issue? She have a talent, but I knew they was going to fall out because Riley used Milagro to talk to her fans. And Milagro had to dumb herself down because she really couldn't be herself because Rob was the star. Rob wanted to be the star, but one thing that Rob don't have, she don't have the fans. Milagro got the fans because baby girl, when they would do them stats, Rob got pissed that Milagro was always number one and Riley never was number one. And Riley had celebrities and it never, ever beat Milagro. Never beat Milagro. And so Rod stopped doing the content because she couldn't beat Milagro. And I tried to get Milagro to say what she didn't want to talk about. She talked about everything else, but she didn't want to address that because she signed an NDA with Riley. She signed the NDA. She signed the NDA. Now, this woman have leaked, called Cardi this and Boo B this, dragging all these people, Tory Lanez this, arguing with Tory Lanez, driving, arguing all these people, but she ain't dragging Rod because she signed the three letters, the N, the D, the a non-disclosure agreement, meaning that she cannot talk about it. Because when Riley did a deal with Milagro, she had her to sign the NDA. Right after when Richard dragged Rod and post private stuff, Riley had Milagro sign the NDA. Okay? They said, but Wiley, how do you know? My producers is everywhere. We got producers that work for On-Site. We got producers, they everywhere. They send me stuff on the daily. They said she signed it. Because then I reached out, I'm like, because I'm like, why she ain't? She said she can't drag Rod. Rod put her on an NDA. Even if you go in the comments, oh, Wiley talk about Riley, she gonna know it. She gonna say Wiley upset. She ain't gonna say nothing negative about Rod because she on that NDA. She don't want to get sued. So she gonna play dumb. What about Rod? She gonna Wiley cocky. She gonna be dragging me. But what do you have to say about Riley? Why y'all break up in this radio silence? So we got some articles going to come out about On-Site and Milagro Gramz. We're gonna stay on that. We're going to throw it up in the air, and it's going to land on www.wileythetroll.com. We're going to put it on there because we're going to tell you and break this thing down. And then y'all as a supporters, if I'm lying, then ask Milagro Gramz, then why did you break up with Riley and give us the answer? Shut me up. Shut me up then. If I'm lying, throw it up in the air. Go live for 6-8 hours. She ain't gonna address that. Address the why y'all broke up. Go on the Discord. I'm reading y'all Discord. Type it in the Discord. Why did y'all on? I want y'all to type it in over there. Y'all already know the site. Lipstick Alley under the Mob Radio thread. Put in there, is Wiley telling the truth about the NDA? Well, why did talk about it? Lipstick Alley, talk about it. Post about it. On the Discord, post about it. Okay? Now, Richard didn't sign an NDA. He didn't sign one. But after the Richard and Milagro situation broke down, when they broke up, he started dragging Rod. Rod put Milagro on the NDA. And she signed it. I would have signed it too. I mean, you connect with these celebrities, so sign it. So that's how that goes. All right. We're going to open up the phone lines. You guys, if you ain't on the subject, I told you I got a new team of minds. They let me know this person ain't on the subject. This person's weird. They ain't on the subject. You're going to be gone. You got to be on the subject. You got to be on the subject. You ain't on the subject, poof, gone. You having an off-the-wall conversation, you'll be gone. Okay? I don't want to know nothing about it but these subjects that we talking about. All right, I told you we got a new mind, and they just gonna delete you and block you. And no, they're not no mind. They actually got the power to block you because we gave them access to the page. Just block you. Okay. So that's that. They just gonna block you and just be gone with you. And I'm still doing my show, and they're doing their job. They right there. If you ain't on the subject, let me go. Okay, hold on. I ain't even ready to open up the phone. Second. Okay. Hello, 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. Can you hear me? Oh, wait a minute. It did it wrong. All right, I mean, if it works. All right, I think it's working now. Let me know if y'all can hear the phone ringing.
Hello?
Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. We live on this Saturday. How you doing?
All right.
Yeah, so you called in.
Hold on, because I have you saying, huh?
Yeah, go ahead. You had called in.
Yeah, my question was, so why Richard didn't have to sign the NDA and Millie did?
I think that, from my understanding, I think that her and Richard was close beforehand, and there was no NDA signed. I don't know if she signed him sign one later after he got to drag it, but I can tell you for a fact that she had Milagro sign the NDA after Richard went and started dragging her. Then she made Milagro sign NDA.
You know if they ever made up?
Did her and Richard ever make up? No.
Okay. But I like Millie, so don't be coming for Millie. Okay.
You said don't be coming for Millie?
Yeah, don't be coming
What do you mean by don't be coming for Millie?
Because you be shading her a lot.
Meaning what did I say?
Like you be dragging her. Like when it came to like the court and stuff like that, when her and Armand went to the what is the name? Tory Lanez.
Uh-huh.
You was talking about how she was looking.
Okay, what did I say how she was looking? I'm just trying to remember.
You said she was looking a hot mess and about her titties and everything else.
Oh, you said I was talking about her titties?
You sure was.
Oh. And that was a bad thing?
Yeah, like why you was talking about them? I mean, you ain't had the, huh?
Okay, but I wasn't the first person to talk about her titties.
But, like you was really dragging her. Okay, you ain't like her outfit, and that was it.
And I was the
you
first.
Was really going in.
Okay, you're making it seem like I was the first one that talked about her.
No, I ain't talking to everybody else. I'm just talking to you directly.
Okay, because I saw the information about how she was dressed from people that went to the courtroom and took the pictures of her.
Yeah, it could have been just like, oh, she could have worn another outfit and that's it. But it was like saggy, grandma titties, blah blah blah.
But did you say Armand? Because he said that about her as well on Twitter.
What happened?
Armand said something about her breasts on Twitter as well.
We ain't talking about Armand, we talking about you.
But what I'm saying is, why you get mad at me when she met a man that disrespected her and they took pictures and they ate together and called to a beat? We never called to a beat. Did I say was wrong? No. Was it sagging? Yes. Was she dressed dressed in court attire? Yes. Was she showing her crotch? Yes. Did Tory Lanez kept walking when she walked up and said, hey, Tory Lanez? Yes. Did she say that Tory Lanez is innocent? He gonna walk around free? And did the jury disagree with Milagro Gramz? And they said, no, black woman, just because you loud, we got the power. He's guilty. Is Milagro Gramz obsessed with Tory Lanez because she really wants to sleep with him and have him on the show? Yes. Did Milagro Gramz get exposed by Armand Wiggins for flirting with her brother? Yes. So Milagro Gramz, this ain't no angel. This ain't Mother Teresa. This ain't Mary Magdalene. This ain't even Mary, the mother of Jesus. She's a controversial figure. And we talked about everything that happened to her publicly because she decided to show up there with no bra and saggy titties. Yes.
Okay, you could have said that she could have worn a better outfit, but that's it. But to go,
I'm a comedian. I tell jokes to make you laugh.
Oh, that wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny to you, but it was funny to a lot of other people.
It wasn't funny.
Other people talked about it.
You said that I was mad. I'm not mad. Ain't no feelings involved. It was just like you was coming too hard for a black independent female who is trying to report the news.
But she also was talking about Cardi B, Black Baby. A little bit
more respect.
She talked about Cardi B, Black Baby.
And who hasn't Cardi B talked about?
So everybody. So my point is, ma'am, correct. You answered my question. Everybody talk about people, so you shouldn't be sitting defending Milagro when she talked about people all the time. She talked about Cardi B, beautiful chocolate baby.
Cardi B talk about everybody, and then she just
so Cardi B Milagro get a pass because Cardi B talk about everybody, but you don't want to give me that same grace. You don't want to give me that same grace for talking about Milagro Gramz. You don't want to give me that same grace because you like Milagro.
What happened?
Because you like Milagro.
And
because let me tell you this, you like Milagro, but if I was talking about Cardi B, multiple faces transition, you won't have a problem with that.
I know that's not true. That's not true. I'm just talking for Millie because I respect her. I respect the craft. And you just came too hard on him for what? Just to follow everybody else? Like, I don't get that.
I'm a comedian. I always come hard on my people. If I feel like you ain't got on no bra and if it's sagging, I'm going to talk about it.
All right, then keep doing your show. I might be listening.
You just said you might listen?
I might be listening.
Oh, you might be listening, but you're listening now.
I am, and that's it. Like, I might continue to listen.
Can you be honest, ma'am? How often do you watch the Wiley Show?
Probably once a week. I watch everybody. I watch everybody.
How many people do you correct when they talk about your fave?
If I'm up there long enough, they have a number. If I can get through, I'll say that too.
Did you ever call it to Armand Wiggins when he was trashing Milagro Gramz for Phil? Did you ever call it to his show and correct him?
I don't think I'm subscribed to the Armand Wiggins show, but I would have called up there.
Oh, you would have, but you'd never done it.
It's the same thing. Like, what?
Oh, okay, but you never called it to his show.
No, I don't even think I'm subscribed to him.
Oh, you're not subscribed to him.
And I just subscribed to you. And I just subscribed to you to put something in the comment box.
Oh, you just subscribed to me to put something in the subscriber box, and you called my number to get me together, but you didn't call Armand Wiggins' number, even if you have the bigger platform, because you wasn't subscribed.
If I had that through, I sure will. I'll call all of y'all.
But this is your first time calling
today,
me.
Yeah, but today I just got the time. I ain't had work. I had the time.
Okay, you have the time today to call me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You feel some type of way? Like, what's up?
No, I don't feel no type of way. I believe that you are a beautiful Black woman.
Thank you.
And I know I know your breast is not sagging.
They're not, but it's respect. It's all love. Like, you do what you do. I'll come in and I'll say hi, but if I want to comment on something, I'm going to comment on something. That's it.
And I know if you go to the courtroom, you're going to make sure you put on a bra and dress appropriate for court. I do know that.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't like to wear bras because these titties sit high.
Oh, they sit high, but they don't sag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't looking at it like that.
And I don't think that you use multiple filters either, all day, every day.
I don't know if she would multiple filters all day, every day.
I'm not talking about you. I don't think you use a lot of filters all day, every day.
No. For what? I'm not showing my face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's it. Enjoy the rest of your show. I'm gonna let other callers chime in.
Well, we thank you, man, for calling in on the Wiley Show.
All right. Thank you, Wiley.
Bye-bye. Well, the number is 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. Nine 674-9462. Anybody else want to call in? Do anybody else want to call in? Okay. All right. 972-674-9462. That's the only show that we're going to keep it all the way real. All right? All the way real. Wiley, you live with your mother. I am a person that I am in the process of closing on my first property. So we're in that process. And yes, we'll be back in Dallas in a couple of weeks. Hey, Daryl. I haven't seen you in a while. Is Daryl? So we just put that in the atmosphere. I want by November 11th to be a property owner, a homeowner. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Did anybody have something to say? Let's see. Would anybody else want to call in? 972-674-9462. They said Dallas has some nice properties. They do, but I don't want to be in Dallas. They said you're getting married soon. We're gonna throw that up in the air and see where it lands. Okay. All right. We're gonna throw that up in the air and see where it lands. Yes, but you do know if anything changed when we get time, we will address the public. Okay. Yeah, so we will be back live tonight. We'll be back live tonight. We want to say thank you all for coming through. I want to say thank you to the producers that are here for coming through. Also, I want to make sure that we post of course, we got the cash up on the screen. Y'all see it there, $ Marquise Wiley 28. We also have the P.O. Box. I know y'all got some stuff that y'all sent there. I will be there in a couple of weeks to check it. The Wiley Show P.O. Box is 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. The P.O. Box is 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. That is the P.O. Box, okay? And so we could definitely do all that type of stuff. So, yes. Okay. Also, if you want to donate, Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com, Cash App. I already told you the Cash App, but our Zelle, we do have Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. All right. Our Cash App is $ Marquise Wiley 28, $ Marquise Wiley 28. If you want to contribute to our program. All right. Quick announcement here that, we'll be in Vegas on October 6th through the 9th. That will be coming up in October. And so if you want to come through, you want to get the hotel room so you can get in the same hotel is at, you can do it at WileyShowProductions@gmail.com, WileyShowProductions@gmail.com, WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. Okay. WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. All right. And it's we would love to see you all there. That's October 6th through the 9th. All right. Okay. All right. That's WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. And we do want to say, people that live in the southern parts of our country, please drink plenty of fluids, be under the air conditioner, because it is hot in the South. It is hot. It is hot. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired. Okay. Is it hot in Alabama? It's hot. Somebody said it's hot in Alabama. It's hot in Alabama. I would love to visit Alabama. And I would love to visit Jackson, Mississippi, Alabama, Augusta, Georgia. Augusta. Love Maria said, good show, Wiley. Thank you, Love Maria. I would love to visit Augusta, Jackson, Mississippi. Okay. Yes. I would love to visit. I would love to visit. Okay. And I would love to visit. I would love to visit Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia. I want to go Virginia Beach. I just want to travel the country. I actually want to do a road trip. A road trip. Thank you, Love Maria. Willacoochee, Georgia. All right. I want to visit. Road trip on to-do list. Like, yeah, I want to do a road trip. Get in the car, we can say, hey. They said, don't go to Jackson trolling. Somebody said, don't go to Jackson trolling. You said, don't go to Jackson trolling? I'm from Mississippi. I want to go to Mississippi, and I dang also want to go to Alabama. I want to go to Colorado. New Orleans, definitely want to go to New Orleans. Shout out to the next ex, our mail moderator here. Okay. Dev got to do Baltimore. Hold on, somebody want to call in. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, but the person...
Wait a minute, I called the person back.
I'm sorry, but the...
North Carolina, Philadelphia. Okay. All right. I was trying to call somebody back. They didn't answer. Let me call them back. Give me 1 second. And then we're done. All right. Give me 1 second, you guys. We out of here.
The wireless.
What, Chico? Oh, I dialed the number. I'm sorry. I'm dialing her number wrong. Okay. I'm dialing her number wrong. Let's see. If she answered.
I'm sorry.
All right. She ain't answering. All right. Thank y'all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. And also, wait a minute before we get up out of here. I need y'all to show number one. Listen, show number one. No, post where you're watching from before we get up out of here. Post where you're watching from before we get out of there. Post your city and state. Represent. We used to do that. We're gonna do that again. We're gonna do that again. Okay. All right. Post where you watching from. All right. Post where you watching from. All right. I need to see where y'all watching from. Post where you watching from. Post where you watching from. Post where you watching from. Okay. I see y'all in here. Oh, wait. Now y'all gotta like the video. All right, post where you watching from. Y'all better post. Baton Rouge, Texas, Baltimore, Florida, Dallas, North Carolina. I'm seeing it right there, North Carolina. Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. Wow. I see Dallas. Okay, I'm gonna wait some more comments come because this is a little thing here. Yeah, post where you from because right here it's like a glitch on station on StreamYard. It's not even letting me know how many people are watching, so I have to literally look on my app. So it's like literally like a glitch. Dallas, Birmingham, Alabama. Okay. All right. We see Florida in here. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. Now, times get hard to put God. Now, y'all gotta, when times get hard to put God first, y'all gotta like the video. Share and like. The reason why it help us, when you like, it help us. So click it. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. for clicking on the like button. For those that did, let's get 100 likes. Let's click it right then and there. Let's do it. Subscribe. We want to say thank you. Our TikTok is doing good. We want to say thank you over there to TikTok audience. We got some more TikTok stuff coming. We will see y'all soon. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times go, always remember, put God first. It is still time to tell me what do y'all want me to talk about, because we want to go back live tonight. Okay, about 7 o'clock. So again, send me some topics. Send me some topics. Send me some topics. Send me some topics. Email me, WileyShow@gmail.com. WileyShow@gmail.com. You can text me. You can Facebook me. It's everywhere. You go to my website, post a suggestion. Send us some topics, local stories, national story, international, whatever you wanted to talk about, so we can have a show. We need about 5 topics. We ain't got no topics to talk about. I want to do for 7 o'clock. If we don't get no, I want to do for 7 o'clock. Okay. If not, then I'm going to go with my members and we're going to watch a movie together, a documentary together. Either the Rick James one or the Little Richard. Okay. So either that or give us something. Okay. The show has ended. I am going. We've been on for almost 3 hours. You need to become a member. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. Okay. God bless you and thank you. We will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Leave a comment. Right.